So the other day whenever I was doing my Let's Plays, I actually beat Dead Rising 3. Something I'm super excited about because that's the first time I've done a Let's Play to the end of a game. Yay me! Awesome sauce. That's right, awesome sauce. So since I beat the game, I decided that I was going to do a review of it because I need a little more content that keeps being echoed by me, only by me. A little more content, and also not everyone likes to watch Let's Plays, but a lot of people like to get reviews on games. So I figure do a Let's Play, review the game, plus all the other games that I'm playing in the meantime. So this is how we're going to do. And today we're going to do Dead Rising. The story of Dead Rising 3, you're a guy named Nick Ramos, I think that's his name. Didn't really care for him. He's not Frank West. He's not Chuck. Chuck makes an appearance, spoiler alert. But he's not Frank West. Frank West does not make an appearance. And he lacks a lot of personality. In the beginning of the game, he's basically just like a timid little guy trying to survive. And that's understandable and that's almost normal. But he just doesn't have anything going for him. He pretty much is expecting to die the entire game up until he finds out. Spoilers. So the story follows him during an outbreak in Los Perdidos, which is basically Los Angeles. You get like you get four different like city block areas for you to explore. So it's not like 100% open world where there's just one large contiguous city. There's these four different spots that are all interconnected with freeways, highways, blah blah blah, little roads. And that is your game world. So it's a little more open than, say, Dead Rising 2, and especially Dead Rising 1. But I have a feeling that Dead Rising 2 was actually a bigger game, like foot running around wise, but it's just hidden better than this game. Because at least in Dead Rising 2, you could go into a casino, and there was a huge floor area in the casino that you could explore and do all manner of things with. So of course you're tasked to go throughout the city to do many different things for survivors, to fight psychos, to do the story missions, which in the end you're basically trying to recover, repair, and get the fuck out of there with the plane that you just happen to know about. And of course along the way you get all the mysteries and all the good stuff from the other games that come into play, basically government conspiracies and all this other stuff. I don't want to spoil the story. The story's fine. It actually wraps up a lot of the game. It wraps up all the games, so I have a huge doubt that they're going to make another Dead Rising after that, which sort of sucks because the Dead Rising series has been one of my favorite series since its conception. So goodbye, Dead Rising. I'll miss you. But the story's alright. It's passable. It ties things up, and that's about it. So then there's the graphics. The graphics are fine. It's the port of an Xbox One game. I don't know if they actually did any optimization or any tweaking for the PC version. One would hope so. I mean, it looks good, but it's nothing special, and really I don't care how a game looks. Art direction is what matters more to me. There's lots of zombies on the screen. There's a huge area with a lot to see, and you can see pretty far, so there's that. If graphics are your thing, it's a passable game. But who cares? They're graphics. Which brings us on to the audio. The audio is fine. I actually had this, it's always echoey. Always. Like, I mean, obviously you're in a big open city, so echoes are bound to happen, but it just seems like it's always echoing constantly, and I don't understand it. But beyond that, like satisfying splats, lots of good stuff like that. There's, of course, the stereotypical bad music for Dead Rising. Dead Rising always has some really bad stuff in it, and I think they do it on purpose, but it's got bad music, and I actually look forward to it every time I play. And there's that. Sound design. And then there's the gameplay. This is something that I feared whenever I saw the previews of the game because it looked like they were trying to make it a lot darker. They were trying to make it gritty and all this shit. I figured it was going to be like drained of all its fun. Like they took Dead Rising, threw it on the ground, told it, fuck you buddy, you're not good enough, and then just basically made a new game. But to my pleasure and my surprise, it's actually a Dead Rising game. You've got all the weird, crazy construct your own weapons. Now they have construct your own vehicle kind of things, all these vehicle combos and weapon combos, and it's fun because you get to make like electric hammers again, and you get to make crazy dragon claw flying fire breathing stuff. You get to make a lot of cool stuff, and like the bulldozer motorcycle's super awesome, and it just splatters guts everywhere, and it makes me think of Dead Alive whenever he's got the lawnmower and he's going through them all. That's how I feel, and that's a good thing. Like, bar none, the best as far as weaponry and slaughter goes, but my big complaint is they definitely made the game a lot easier, like so much easier. I had frustrating moments, but I think I died like twice the entire game, which is weird because I usually die a lot more. Because Dead Rising usually starts off really hard and you die a few times and then you learn and you grow in levels and then you can take on the game. This one I didn't have a problem. I killed pretty much all the psychos in one go. I didn't have any troubles, and that sort of made me sad. So they definitely made the game a lot easier, and it also doesn't help that the combo weapons make it that much easier. I mean, I got the Grim Reaper Scythe or whatever, Death Scythe, something like that, and it just makes the game super easy. So the combo weapons are a little OP, but what are you going to do? I mean, I guess you could go, well, Alex, you shouldn't play with the combo weapons, and then the game will be harder. I understand, but if the combo weapons are there, and they make them that fun, why wouldn't I use them? So they made the game easier, and that's sort of a bummer, but what the hell? It's still fun, it's still spastic, you can still wear, my character, I always notoriously am wearing lingerie, Mega Man boots, and a Servbot helmet. They had a Servbot helmet, took me a while to get it, and it was a big moment whenever I got it. I like yelled, and it was fun. You know, I'm notoriously in that, and this time I had a lingerie top, a schoolgirl skirt. I couldn't get the Mega Man boots to work proper, but I think there's probably a way to do it, and I had a Servbot helmet. So I was happy. They didn't like dull that down. They made you be able to be as wacky as you want, and that's the spirit of Dead Rising for me. And it's still there. The colors are drab. Like, that's what I loved about the Frank West Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, was there were so many colors and it was so crazy, and that's what I loved, all that color and life and fun. And it's still sort of drained out of this game, except for the gameplay is still there. They still maintain that, but they lost the color and the more comedic tone. They're trying to make it a little more serious, but not nearly as serious as I thought. So give Dead Rising 3 a try if you're a fan of the old ones. Give it a try if you've never played one and you want to try and get into the series. But then go buy Off the Record, because Off the Record is still like the pinnacle of the series. So, will I do rating systems? I guess I'll do a rating system. We'll do 10 with 7 being average, 7 being good, 5 being average, 7 being good. So we're going to say that Dead Rising 3 is a 7 out of 10. I hope that was good. Thank you for watching. Bye.